Welcome back. I was thinking, how can I talk about pineapple knots and the advanced grid maker without getting too technical or involving too much mathematics? Well, I've been playing around and I can't tell you how much fun it's been. The advanced grid maker throws up a multitude of variations of decorative knots with very little effort on the user's part. Trust me. Let's have a look. I want to tie a 2-strand pineapple knot, so I'll need 2 nested bites. What do I mean by nested bites? If we look at this pineapple knot design, there are 2 lots of 2 bites stacked on top of each other. There are 2 red bites and 2 blue bites at the top and bottom of the knot. We'll look at 3 and 4 nested bites later when we design 3 and 4 strand pineapple knots. Scrolling up a little bit, with 2 nested bites that I've already noted here on my pineapple grid row, we need to shift the bottom bites by 1. Incidentally, for 3 nested bites we'd also shift the bottom bites by 1, and for 4 nested bites we'd shift bottom bites by 2. More of that later. Back to our 2-strand pineapple knot. There need to be 2 colours. I'm using red and blue. I'm also using white as the shadow colour, but as you know I prefer a strand gap of 0, so the shadow colour doesn't really matter. 2 strands mean there will be 2 overs and 2 unders for the coding. For 3 strands there will be 3 overs and 3 unders. For 4 strands there will be 4 overs and 4 unders, and so on. For a pineapple knot we always start with an over, followed by all the unders we need, and we need 2 altogether, don't we? So put those in and we finish off with the rest of the overs that we need. Only 1 in this case because we already used 1 at the start. Let the fun begin. You'll notice I've just left whatever was in the parts and bytes box because I've got to play with the diagram itself to decide what I need. Scroll down. If I grab the bottom right hand corner here and drag, ooh, I get all sorts, don't I? Till I find something I like. I'll drag down as well, I think. And back. Down. Oh, there's a nice one. See, and all I did was grab that bottom right hand corner and drag it to see if I like the pattern. This is the easy way of designing pineapple knots, because once I've got the design I like, I can then study the run lists. Let me just check the run lists actually. Yes, I need to make sure that it is actually using 2 strands. Yep, strand 1 red, strand 2 blue. I've also ticked the consolidate overs and unders box, so I may actually finish up with something quite wide that involves wrapping the cord round before getting from the top to the bottom, if you remember. Let me go back up. Yeah, I quite like that, so I could either follow the instructions down here, or, as I prefer, look at the half cycle list. There we go. And it has gone round once. Look. So, look at the instructions. Yes, from A1 to D4 around 1 time. And it also says in the half cycle list here. And 2, 3, 4. Finished all the reds, now we'll start on the blues. Hey, how easy was that? Let me grab a corner again and drag across. I might fancy something a bit wider. That's interesting. So is that. Ew, don't like that. Now that's all red. If I look down here, you notice it's only using one strand. I can't actually make a pineapple knot there. Keep dragging. Nah, don't like that. Let's make something narrower. That might be the one we just had a minute ago. Keep dragging. There's another one. And how much effort is there just dragging that bottom right hand corner? Now I can't actually do this on my tablet because I don't have a mouse to grab the bottom right hand corner with, but you can see where I'm going with this, can't you? There's another one. Boy, there's no effort involved at all in coming up with designs. Okay, we've got 2 nested strands there. Let's try with 3 nested strands. I'm going to need 3 colours now with 3 nested strands, with a 3-strand pineapple knot, rather, with 3 nested bites. For each strand there's going to be a nested bite, basically. Red, blue and green. Don't forget though the column coding, because we're now using 3 strands. We've got to need 3 overs and 3 unders. Remember the rules? Start with an over, then put all the unders you need. Right, 3 strands, I'm going to need 3 unders. So I've got to put an under in the middle here. So how many have I got there? I've got 5 codes, haven't I? 2 overs and 3 unders. I need 1 more over, so I put the over at the end. Remember, start with an over, then all the unders you need, and then the remainder of the overs that you need. Right, job 1 done. Let's scroll down. I've now got 3 nested bites, 1 for each colour and 1 for each strand, so let me change this to a 3. Shift bottom bites, yes, still by 1 if you remember that rule. Let's click on pineapple grid. Let's click on column coding first, then pineapple grid. And that's what we've got. Again, grab the bottom corner and drag it around until you get something. Oh, that's actually only using 2 strands, but that looks okay. Ooh. It does get trickier the more strands you use. That's not bad. That's not bad, I could go with that. Notice there are 3 nested bites at the top and the bottom. And the bigger you make this diagram, the longer it will take for your screen to catch up, because there are an awful lot of calculations going on here. Hey, that's not bad. What about 4 nested bites? Right, we've got to need another over and another under, aren't we? Start with an over, we've got to need 1 more under in the middle there, and 1 more over at the end. Whoops. And I'm also going to need another colour. Yellow. Click on column coding. I now have 4 nested bites, and if you remember the rules, we now need to shift bottom bites by 2. Click on pineapple grid. That obviously doesn't work in that configuration. We'll look down here, just using 1 strand, but that's quite a pleasing knot on its own, isn't it? So you don't have to worry about using all the colours, just play. I know I'm always saying that, but it's great fun. Some weird ones there. Oh, that's not too bad. If you start going to 5 nested bites, 6 and so on, you're probably not going to find this terribly easy, because it does take a while for the screen to refresh. But as I've said in just about every video to do with the Advanced Grid Maker, experiment. Now I've explained here how many nested bytes you need and how many shift bottom bytes you need to think about, how many colours you need to think about. But hey, it doesn't matter. If you just grab this diagram and move it till you find something you like, go with it. I guess sometime soon though we're going to have to look at a bit more theory. Sorry folks. Thanks for your patience and thanks for watching.